October 5th, 2011. Okay. It, she already knows the story upsets me. The story literally made my head hurt. I couldn't even work because I was so upset about the story. Now, this old teacher, she retired, okay, elderly old woman, came out of retirement to teach the children.
Kindergarten?
The kindergartners.
That's nice and sweet.
Because the children needed some learning. Okay, so she done came out of retirement for the babies.
Mm-hmm.
And then put this child with behavioral problems in her classroom. Okay. Little Johnny don't get whoopings at home. That's got behavioral problems. This little child was fighting with the other kindergartner while she's sweeping the classroom.
Okay.
So she reached around over to him and take his backpack. Okay?
She retched?
She reached around.
Reached.
No, she reached around. You don't, when you old and you elderly, you don't reach for nothing. You reach around and grab
You reach,
stuff.
all right.
She reached around and grabbed his backpack and said, "Little Johnny, sit down. Stop biting these children." She done bit, she done bent her old ass over to put the backpack down.
Oh, no.
And little Johnny done came over and pushed her over. Little Johnny proceeded to stomp on her, jump on her, kick her. His bad ass picked up a chair, threw it at her, then proceeded to pick up the broomstick and beat her over the head, neck, and back. They had to take the teacher to the hospital. She is suffering and missed a week of work. And all they did to little Johnny's ass was change his classroom and put him in a special behavioral program. Now, all I'm saying is, if I could have just been the teacher next door, all I want to be is the teacher who walked in and saw little Johnny beating the old elderly retired teacher upside the head with the broomstick. Because, baby, it would have been some smoke.
Okay, obviously.
In the city. It would have been, I would have wretched that Bible out.
You retched, yeah.
Wretched that Bible out and turn it to Proverbs, where it says, "He who spoils a child does not love his son. But he who loves his child disciplines him." My. It would have been some disciplining going on up in there.
What if he started to fight you?
I would have, fight me. Fight me with your 5-year-old self. Please hit me. Please. And then you know what Johnny Mama needs to do? Johnny Mama needs to take Johnny up to the hospital where the teacher is and allow her to whoop his ass too. Because you need to know you was wrong. Every time I would look at that child, I would beat him. Every time.
Have I beat you today? No? Come here.
Come here. Did I beat you? Yeah, you're lying. Come here, let me beat you again.
Actually, tell them about the baseball bat. What are you going to do with that baseball bat?
Oh, let me tell you. See, there is correction for little children like Johnny. I ain't saying you should beat children because beating children is bad. All I'm saying is you should go invest in a nice wood baseball bat. Slice it in half. Drill holes in the bat so that when you get ready to bring it up and smack them, it whistles. See what I'm saying? Make that nice pop. And then, sometimes you just gotta fuck with kids. Gotta fuck with their head. She just walk around Johnny's room whistling. Just every now and again. Just see how he handles it. You see what I'm saying?
So now he's in a new class.
Not in a new class. What he gonna what? Do it again. You know why he gonna do it again? Because they ain't whooped him.
How old is he?
5.
So he's in kindergarten. Where was this?
How old is Paul?
5.
Oh, could you imagine if your child would have beat someone down with a broomstick?
I find it weird that that actually would happen. What advice do you have to parents of troubled kids?
Parents of troubled children, this is my advice to you. Do not waste your time paying for these behavioral health programs. Don't waste your time taking your child to the psychiatrist or doing all this. If your baby got ADD, ADHD, don't waste money on no medication. That's just like crack for your baby anyway.
This is why you can never run for office. Do you understand that?
What you need to do is whoop his ass. Whoop him. And when you think you done whooped him enough, wait 5 minutes and then whoop his ass one more time. let his aunts and uncles and grandparents whoop his ass too. Shit, it take a community to raise a child, a community
That's
of
true.
ass whooping
That's true.
to raise a child right.
This is why you can never run for office.
That's the best athlete.
America agrees with me. I say
America does not agree with you.
America agrees that you gotta
America
whoop your kids.
does not
I
agree with
say America ought to agree. If America would agree with me, then we wouldn't have a prison system overcrowded. We hadn't to let criminals back on the street. If you whoop your kids, they be alright. The problem with American parents is they want to say, I will reward my child for doing good. And that's not how life works. Life don't reward you when you do good. You can do good all your life and still be living a horrible, poor life, economy bad, ain't got a nice car, ain't wearing fancy clothes. But let you mess around and kill somebody and see what's gonna happen to you. Punishment. You got to raise your children on a punishment-based system. Whoop that ass. Beat them.
You a parent? Wait, is this interview over all of a sudden?
I'm a godparent. They count. I whoop my godchildren. I whoop their asses.
I had a
They
goldfish
respect
once.
me. They respect me. I'm gonna have some babies. If the Lord says him, I'm gonna have some well-behaved babies.
Funny, I said the same thing.
But do you whoop your children?
Of course.
So that you.
But not to the extent that you do.
What do you mean to the extent? I said don't beat
You
them.
mind fuck the kids.
I mean, I think it's all right to fuck with their heads a little bit. I mean, he bad. He beating teachers and shit. And you think I gotta be nice and fair to him? No, you
No,
need to fuck
I
with
did
him
not
a
use
little
the
bit.
word nice at all.
You gotta mess with him a little bit. He beat the teacher with a broomstick. He beat her. He threw a chair at her. He planned. He premeditated this shit. He waited until her ass bent over because he knew that was prime ass kicking time.
That's real estate.
That's when he pushed her over, proceeded to jump and step on her. Then he planned to go pick up that chair. That chair wasn't just right there. He done reached over and got the chair to beat the teacher, and then went and got the broomstick as if the beating wasn't done. You gotta whoop him. He got some anger in him. You got to beat that out of him.
Was he in trouble earlier in the day? Could she have been just mad at him and giving him a hard time earlier in the day?
He was fighting the other children in the classroom.
But what happened earlier in the day? Something had to start that.
No, bad children don't need no reason to be bad.
Oh, I think so.
You don't know no bad children. I tell you what he not getting, what didn't happen earlier, he didn't wake up and his parents didn't whoop his ass and say go to school and act right. That's what didn't happen. Because if it would have, Polo teacher wouldn't have been beaten. Retired and elderly. Beaten.
Trying to do some good.
Sent to the hospital over a 5-year-old.
Well, to send him to the hospital is more like a legal thing. She may not have needed medical care.
Doug, he hit her with a chair and beat her in the head, neck, and back.
She's a grown woman.
So you think her ass lying about going to the hospital? She hasn't missed a
Couldn't say
week
the
of
word
work.
lying.
She was bruised, and I'm going to go on and say she was bloody, because it's my story. I'm going to tell it how I want to. She traumatized. Okay. She can't even sweep no more. She can't even do it. She had to go buy a Swiffer. She can't even sweep no more.
That's all I need.